We are back here in the greatest place that I know. The
Well, I mean,
Mojo Whiskey Bar.
it's been intentionally designed for this purpose.
Yeah.
I mean, there's other utility here too. We got some guitars hanging on the wall. Of course, I'm left-handed, and nobody else can play these but me. But aside from that, but yeah, it's my wife did a great job with this. So
yeah. Producer Amanda did
yeah.
an outstanding job.
Yeah. So you brought something that I haven't had, and I don't think
I haven't had either.
You haven't either. So this is new for both of us.
Yeah.
I see them all the time.
I've seen them all the time, and finally I thought, well, I'm just going to buy them. They look lonely sitting there. So they are the Redemption.
And they're not, like, from a price point, they're not crazy, right? Like
$30 a piece.
Yeah. Okay.
So and maybe a little less than that, but no more than $30 a piece. And so Redemption, I think, sticks their flag in Rise.
Okay.
And they have even they have the rye, the bourbon. They have a high rye bourbon.
A high rye bourbon. Okay.
And so they and really, when you look at their mash bill for their bourbon, it's still 75% corn, 21% rye, and 4% barley. So
I mean, most people would call that a high rye.
Exactly. So
and they have one that's even more than that.
It's more. So it's more of a 60-40 or 65-35. And so now their rye to me is an old school rye.
As far as the mash bill.
Yeah, the mash bill is 95 rye, 5% barley. So you are just mostly just rye.
Yeah, and
they're not trying to sweeten it up. They're just
let's say 92.
92, which surprised me. I thought it would be a little higher on the proof.
This one? What was that one?
I think it's the same. 88. No, it's lower.
88. All right.
It's 88. But these are produced in Indiana. I'm assuming MGP, but I do not know that for a fact. And they're bottled in Bardstown, Kentucky.
So who knows?
Who knows what we're getting into? But we'll start with the rye and just kind of see.
It doesn't smell like a rye, though.
They don't.
But I think the 95.5 rye mash bill is one of the classic MGP mash bills.
Yeah.
This reminds me a lot of Hard Truth.
Yeah, I get it's very oaky to me.
Yeah.
It's very oaky.
There's a lot of ethanol in there.
Yeah.
Which is surprising.
It's surprising.
For that proof point.
It's under 100. It's hard to believe that it's, yeah.
Oak and proof.
Yeah.
Oak and ethanol.
Yeah. See what that tastes like.
Yeah.
Well, there's some heat. It
took my breath away for a second.
The palate's hotter than what the proof says it should be. But once you get through that proof or that heat,
I don't think the first sip counts.
I get some citrus on it, which is a unique.
All right, I was gonna say it's bitter, but sometimes citrus to me is bitter.
Yeah.
And so I can see that. Yeah, like lemon. There's a lemony, maybe a little bit of orange too. Yeah, I get the citrus. It's bitter. It's almost like you're chewing on the pith or the rind a little bit.
And what's interesting to me is a 95 to 5. I expected this, and you do at the back end. You get the little that pepperish rye spice a little bit. I expected more. It's drinkable.
It's not my favorite.
Correct.
Maybe my face was the telltale sign.
That's what I'm saying.
So.
It's drinkable, but that first sip is hot. It's going to get you for something that's no more than what this is proofed at.
This would be, to me, when I get an old fashioned. I generally like it with a rye whiskey because I think the rye brings more to the table.
Yep. Offsets the bitters to me.
Right. Mm-hmm. And I think that this would be a wonderful old fashioned.
Yeah.
I mean, it's okay by itself. Not my favorite.
Yeah.
Just being honest here.
Yeah, I think this needed something else with it.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's corn or something. It needed something else.
The citrusy is almost a sour, bitter-ish component, and it drinks so hot for its proof, especially.
Absolutely. So this is the bourbon, and it has It's higher rye too. You know, 75 corn, 21 rye. Like you said, most people consider that a high rye bourbon, and 4% barley. But they do have a higher rye bourbon.
I mean, you get the rye spice on this one a whole bunch, way more than the rye. I think.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
it's like a rye bread.
It's like a rye bread,
like a good rye bread.
Yes, and almost some earthiness to it.
Yeah. I mean, just on the nose, I would swear this is a rye whiskey more than it is a bourbon, but you know, it is not. It is a bourbon.
Well, I get a hint of caramel.
I get a little bit of Smarties, like a little bit, but it's not like over. It's not sweet tart sweet. It's more Smarties sweet. Mm-hmm. If you know the difference. I don't. Do they still make Smarties?
I think so.
I mean, had one for a long time. You remember? I remember. Gosh. Like most of the people watching this probably remember, but I don't know if the kids these days even know what
probably
Smarties
are. Probably I gotta watch my sugar the way I do because I ate them nonstop.
But yeah, there's. But it falls off pretty quick.
It falls. No, agree. It really falls off. It's right there at the tip, and then it's gone.
Because there for a moment, it's like this reminds me a little bit of some Buffalo Trace.
Yeah,
a little bit.
And it fleets. It fleets real quick. Right. But yeah.
I mean, I'm glad you brought them. Thank you. I'm glad you bought them. Thank you.
Yeah.
Now I know that I don't have to.
Yeah, that is correct. I don't have to.
I don't hate them. I don't love them.
No,
for sure.
These would be like you said.
They're mixers.
That's right. They're old fashions. They're whiskey sours. They do that kind of stuff. This one obviously does have the legs of a standard bourbon, but
the bourbon's better than the rye for me, and which is surprising because usually I like rye more than I like bourbon. Mm-hmm. Not always, but like especially in the same family, you know, the same company here.
And one thing I definitely believe on both of these, it's aged less than 2 years. I believe that. And now, to tell a story here, when we were at Haberdasher, his stuff is aged less than 2 years.
I think,
and his stuff knocks this stuff out of the park.
Oh yeah, I think his bourbon maybe was 14 months, and the rye was 16 months, if I'm remembering correctly. Yeah, I agree.
Absolutely knocks it out of the park.
I mean, I think he's found a couple hacks, like putting it in smaller barrels and things like that. But regardless,
it's working.
It is working.
Yeah,
it is working.
But yeah, that's. I don't know if anyone else out here has had redemption, or they've had the high rye bourbon and it's different, or it's better, if it's worth our time. But to John's point, these are mixers to us.
Yeah. I mean, they're fine. I mean, if you have them in your stash and I came over and you poured it for me,
I drank it.
I'm going to drink it. I'm not going to complain. I'm going to be thankful. I mean, free whiskey is, it's free whiskey.
I'd ask you to fix me a steak or something.
Right.
Yeah, I'd drink this.
Pair it. But for me, like I said, I'm glad you bought them.
Yeah.
Because now I don't have to.
I'm sure my wife is too.
Well, yeah, I'm sure she is. Yeah.
I'm positive.
Maybe you'll have to make her a nice cocktail.
Oh yeah, she would make. Yeah, she would really like that.
Put this in your Bartesian and make whatever, you know.
That is a good point. I can do that.
Yeah. I don't know. I've been curious.
Yeah.
Curiosity is, well, it's been satiated now, so I'm good.
Curiosity takes you to a fork in the road. You're gonna go one way or another. Once you get there, we're gonna go the other way right now.
That's right. So anyway. Sorry, I thought something was going on over here. But any other thoughts on this one?
Not positive I'll buy these again, to be honest with you. But they will get used. So
I mean, I've got at least one shelf of things that I'm not gonna probably buy again, but they're gonna get used.
And anyone who goes down that bourbon trail, you're gonna buy stuff that you will never buy again. It just is what it is.
It's inevitable.
It's inevitable.
And it's okay.
And you think you won't, but you will.
But here's the beautiful thing about things like this is while you buy it, and you may have buyer's remorse after you taste it.
Yeah.
There's probably somebody that's going to think this is really lovely.
Oh gosh, yeah.
And so when you hang out with buddies or friends or whatever, and they think this is really lovely, well, it's a gift opportunity. You can give it away.
There you go, buddy.
It says, hey, I'm glad you like it. Here, take it home with you.
That's right. Yeah.
Because then when you have less bottles, then you have a reason to buy
Absolutely.
more bottles. So,
Absolutely.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you all. We appreciate the support.
Yeah. Like, share, and subscribe.
Absolutely.
Go whiskey.